The 1v1 space has a format problem. Now, this is not my OG idea. This is not plagiarizing. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. Shout out to Swift Hoops, bro. I'm gonna put the post up on screen. The format problem. Not all 1v1 games are built the same, right? Because they're not. They're not. The post talks about the different formats and why comparison is hard. So we're just gonna go over that a little bit and also talk about some 1v1 scene things, right? So the current standard of doing 1v1, no tag teams, because a tag team is not a real 1v1. A tag team is a 2v2. Let's not get that twisted. Tag team ones are just a 2v2. Let's start there. On the other side of things, we have the standard, right? And it's part of the format problem. The current standard is game to 30, 1v1 with 2s and 3s as the scores and free throws worth a 1 at the foul line. Not bad, right? It kind of gets you like in that pro mindset. Okay, 2s are inside, 3s are on the perimeter, free throw is 1. Nothing wrong with that, right? To win, you need at least 10 3. Logical 30 divided by 10 is 3. So you need 10 3-point shots to minimum, right? You can, or that's actually 10 threes maximum, because if you make more than 10 threes, you're over, you know, whatever. 15 twos maximum, because if you go more, it'd be maximum. I understand what he's saying. 15 twos or 10 threes if you only, you know, use those shots. This is the measuring stick. Every format gets compared to this, which I get. Okay, if everybody's doing it and you want to get to those platforms, you need to prepare at that level with that format of games. That's what I did when I played semi-pro. Malachi Sierra, right? Malachi Sierra is going to go on one of these platforms. He usually is with Cesar Guerrero with Seize the Moment. So we got him prepared, got some stamina, got some sparring in, played 2 games to 30. We did 1s and 2s to get more of the stamina, more of the mindset in there, locked in. But yeah, to 30, if you're going to play to 30, practice to 30, right? Now, here's where there's a comparison. Games to 16. Now, whoever came up with this, bruh, give it up. Who counts to 16? It's either 11, 13, 15, or 21. I don't know where people started getting this 12 or 16. People who do 14, get out the building, don't ever come back. Games to 16. 8 made shots from perimeter or 2. It's 2s and 1. A free throw is the same point value as a layup. So there's no difference. It's not like you get an advantage or anything. Free throw line is sometimes at the 3-point line, sometimes at foul line. Just depends on what platform you're playing with. There's no consistency there. It's not always the same format. The distinction between them are not always the same. Okay, now games to 30 is in comparison. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna draw it in. You need 8 made shots from perimeter to win 16, 10 made shot to make it to win perimeter on 30, right? 15 made 2s on one side, and you need 16 made in interior shots, right? So it's a big, well, it's not really that much of a big difference, but the weight of each score is different. If someone goes on a run with layups in a game to like 11, 13, 15, 16, whatever, they're not getting that far ahead, okay? If you're playing one-on-one to 30 and it's 2s and 3s and someone goes on a run with layups, bro, that's double the amount that they would get in the standard, and then somehow they've surpassed you and they're that close to winning. So it can't really be compared because it's 2 different games. Real world example, Nesco is listed here. Best wins include Uncle Scoob ×2, Trey Croft ×2, Moon ×2, Fonby, Scar. Some of those were not in a bout to 30, right? And so we see this all the time. People are making these rankings based off of win percentage. I feel like there's got to be multiple lists, and that's just me. There has to be multiple lists, because if you think about it, you're playing to 16 over here on this platform, and you've beat these players to 16, but you've lost to all of them on 30, like going to 30. So there's got to be a list, rankings to 16, rankings to 30, just to keep it fair. Because if you start factoring in 2 different formats, it can get a bit dicey, because it's not a direct comparison. It's 2 different values, right? Now, here's where I'm going to weigh in heavily, because this is how I like to play my ones, because it really shows who's a bucket getter and who's not settling for shots that are worth more, because there's a big difference, right? We saw this a lot with pandemic basketball with Kenny, right? Or it was, yeah, Kenny versus Cell is like, we're going all ones, get a bucket. Because if you hit 3 threes, that's already up 6 points. That doesn't show that you know how to get buckets. That means you know how to shoot from far, right? So there's the all ones debate, where a game where every bucket is point, no 2s, no 3. If we go by that, Zay has beaten Scoob and he's beaten Nas in an all one format. There's people who say it, like, I'm just reading off the post, I'm gonna put it up here. People say all one shouldn't count, but they mention Uncle Scoob and Nas, and suddenly the format, oh, but Zay beat them all ones. oh, but you know, he lost to 30, right? You can't have it both. Either all ones counts as a format, right? Or we nullify the win that Zay and other people have against Scoob and Nas because it was all ones, right? So either those wins don't count for them or the format matters, but you can't have both. That's the thing with the ones community, is it's a lot of moving the goalpost, right? If you pay attention to the ones community, it's a lot of moving the goalpost because people get in their feelings. Anyway, people get in their feelings. Oh, but my favorite player lost all ones, or oh, he got hurt, or oh, but let it be your favorite player that wins off of those same disadvantages or advantages. Somehow it counts. That's a huge reason why I'm not. I'll do my own 1v1 thing, but it's got to be a good deal, good bag, or good exposure for me to hop on a platform, because I'm just not for that side of it. So the last slide, what should count? Format changes right? So example, OBL tournament, Fombi won the entire OBL, Nesco lost to Terry Hosley. In a game to 30, many would say that Nesco would win that game to Terry. Now, y'all know my thoughts. I'm not a Nesco fan. Like, I mess with Nesco. He seems like a cool dude. We'd had some short conversations, but in terms of basketball, just not a fan of the playstyle, because I like basketball, right? The carries, oh, let's do the super creative move when game's on the line. But that's just me, right? I nothing against him as a person. Tournament game. Scoob lost to Moom in a tournament unlimited dribbles format. Should a non-standard format count towards a standard record? No. And I will die on that hill. Tag team 1v1 do not count towards one-on-one records, because it's not a one-on-one. It's a 2v2. A tag team 1v1 is really a 2v2. Oh, but it's called a 1v1. If you have to have an amalgamation of two teams of two, split the points to win the game, it's a 2v2. There's no debate on. Tag team 1v1 should not count to a win record. Tournament one should not, because it's not one-on-one. A tournament or a king of the court, it's rotationary, right? So those wins, let's say Nas, Scoob, Nesco, Moon, Fombi, Scar, right? Let's say they're playing tournament style. That game between Nas and Scoob could be so physical. He's already gassed by the time Fombi beats Nesco 30-0. And so Fombi gets the win, but it's off fatigue because there's no rest between the games. Tournaments, tag teams should not count towards the 1v1 standard. Foul loophole, no bonus on some platforms. Foul every 3. If they miss the free throw, you get the ball back, no real punishment. Here's the way I see it. And this is a major reason why I will never hop on a 1v1 platform. I'll do the team stuff, but I'm not doing one-on-one. The amount of fouls, and this is where I agree with Gilbert Arenas and why I support the concept, but not the execution of the 1v1. Because things were so much better before we had the platforms, right? When it wasn't as organized, and it was just, okay, let's get this king of the court with Trev, Dunbar, Hezi God, and Julian Newman. Let's get that king of the court. Let's see. When it was just like that, oh, it was so much better, because you didn't have to worry about, I got beef with this person, let me just foul them the whole time so they're tired, like a boxer when they start hanging on each other, and then let me do that. I don't agree with the foul system at all in the 1v1 space at all. I hate it. That's why there's only certain platforms I'll watch and react to the 1v1s, because they actually have it under control. If someone's getting fouled, bruh, I feel like there needs to be a foul out system. There needs to be foul out. If we're playing one-on-one and you can't seem to get your hands off me, bro, and you're hugging as soon as I go up to the basket because I messed up my shoulder one summer because someone did that, you need to foul out, lose the tournament. I'm not gonna lie, because you can affect the game so much by throwing so many fouls like that, and it's not good basketball. It's not. And I'm not just saying it because Gil said it. I'm not a Gilbert Arenas fan, right? I like his lesser known wannabe look-alike Tracy McGrady. I am not a fan, and that's why my reaction volume to 1v1 has started to do, because it's exhausting. I don't feel like having a good reaction to a game, then all y'all do is start fouling the entire. To me, it's format determines outcomes. We need a standard. This is so true. Shout out Swift Hoops, because here's the thing. If we're playing all 1s to 7, it's anybody's game, no matter if I'm the better player. If we're playing 2s and 3s to 30, it really shows not only the mental, because to 30 is exhausting no matter if you go 1s, and it's very physical. The rules determine the outcome. If someone is more favored towards unlimited dribbles, they're gonna win that. If someone is more favored to actual like comp 1s with a dribble limit and a decent score, they're gonna be better at that. It's just facts. That's why, and I wholeheartedly believe this because I've played against pros before, there are some NBA guys who would get beat by Scoob, Nas, even Fombi in a 1v1. If you are more favored towards a certain format of anything in the world, no matter who's the more skilled person, unless strength strength is a huge factor and size is a huge factor. And 1v1 size is not a huge factor unless they're like 8 inches tall. It's just okay. Unless if you are more geared towards that, you're gonna be better at it. Doesn't matter if you're better at a different variation. It's a different game, right? It's just facts. The 1v1 scene has a huge problem, and unfortunately the problem is not only consistency in formatting, but also the foul issue, the paying the players, which I just learned recently because I'm so out of the loop. I'm not chronically online. It's getting too much and I'm tired of it.